Last of Us Season 1 spoiler-free review. Now, I'm going to try my hardest to do a spoiler-free review because I just want to go blah and say everything that happens in it. But we will do a spoiler review as well.
Yeah, we will. Jamie, your thoughts?
For me, I mean, visually, it was stunning.
Incredible.
The set design.
The art department, like, wow.
Incredible. The clickers, the bloater, you know, all the vines and the moss-covered buildings and the destruction of the, you know, the cars abandoned.
Yeah.
It just looked awesome, and we haven't seen anything like this in a series for a very long time. I think that consistent.
So I've always been a really big fan of the zombie genre when it comes to games.
I haven't.
When it comes to games, shows and films, it's a fascination and also a massive fear. So I think previous to The Last of Us, my favourite survival horror game was Resident Evil 4, which still remains one of the best games I've ever played. So what I will say is as well, having been a fan of The Walking Dead before it went into territory that I didn't particularly like, the thing that fascinates me about these kind of storylines are the people.
Yeah, definitely.
And what do people do in these kind of post-apocalyptic times? How would people react to each other? So that's kind of the main fascination with me. So I think you can kind of, I really do feel like that you could tell someone to watch this that is not into that genre, because this is much more about people than it is about clickers and zombies.
Well, one thing that I will say is that I went into this expecting to be scared, terrified every episode.
Yeah.
And I found myself way more emotional than I thought I would be.
Yeah.
And you become so connected to these characters. You almost feel like you know them. Like by the end of it, you feel like you know Joel, you know Ellie, and a few other incredible characters along the way. And I just think hats off to everybody in this, because the acting was incredible, and some of the scenes they had to do were truly like harrowing and extremely emotional. So it would have taken a lot out of the actors.
It definitely it took a lot out of the viewers, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's exhausting watching something that emotionally draining like every week. Like I can't wait to be absolutely devastated again next week. And it did that in spades. It just for me lacked a bit of pacing here and there. Would have liked to have seen more clickers. I know I've talked about the fact that this is very much a human story. There's just a few things I would have liked, probably because I've played the game, where I'm expecting certain things to happen, and for the most part it did. Literally frame for frame at times. Sometimes it didn't.
See, I don't know if it was better actually to go into this kind of not knowing at all what to expect, or having played the game, because Jamie was constantly comparing every episode to the gameplay. And as mentioned, I've seen a little bit of the gameplay. So on the whole, I didn't really know what I was going into.
You've seen me fight a bloater, Leah.
I have seen you fight a bloater.
I've seen you fight a bloater.
Series anyway, episodes 1 through 9 were all completely different. They had a different feel, but keeping the tone consistent the whole way through, and I thought it was beautifully done. There were some incredible episodes that I will never forget, and there were other episodes I wanted a little bit more from.
Yeah.
So have you guys got around to seeing it yet? And if you have, what did you think? Did you think it was great the whole way through? Was there an episode you preferred? Let us know in the comments below. If you're enjoying this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to our channel.